I've had so many questions going back several years from people who've been electric vehicle curious, knowing that I've driven an electric vehicle now for 12 years, as I was an ultra early adopter of electric. Is it time to buy electric? And I've said, not yet, not yet, not yet. And more recently, I've said, back half of 23, there's going to be more options, more affordable. Really, 24 is we're going to see the market flooded with far more models from many different automakers, because right now, Tesla still sells, what is it, 80% of electric vehicles in the United States? Some crazy number like that. And the Teslas have been so expensive, all the models of Tesla, that for someone who's been a gas engine driver, it was cost prohibitive. But right now, Elon Musk has done some cuts in prices to try to boost production and boost sales. And he's been moving the price up and down with the most popular Tesla, the Model X. It's had 2 price cuts, and then recently a little price rise in it because the demand's been so strong. But the Model 3, which is the Tesla that is a, is that called a sports sedan? Whatever, it's a smaller 4-door. Think of equivalent size. It is like the size of a typical compact to intermediate size car in the United States. And those are available now for, including shipping, for $44,600, I think is what they are. And then they're eligible for the $7,500 federal tax credit, dropping it into the upper 30s. And then if a state has a local tax credit for electric, dropping down to about the mid-30s. This will be one that has a range of about 275 miles and will have access to the Tesla supercharger network and will come with basic autopilot, which allows the vehicle on road trips to drive itself. And I know it's freaky to people, a vehicle driving itself. When you've done it on a freeway, you're amazed with any of the brands that have really gotten it together on the self-drive, how well they drive on a freeway, and actually how much better they drive than we do on a freeway. And so this is earlier than I thought we'd be at a point where there would be electric vehicles that would be equivalent cost to gas engines. There's also the older Chevy Bolts, older in that the technology is a little older, but those are much more affordable even than the Tesla. They don't have the speed or range of the Tesla, but they are a significantly cheaper option than what we're talking about with the Tesla. But again, we're talking about crumbs here in the marketplace. Well, this one will work or that one will work. And again, I still hold with the original, which is that the affordability of electric vehicles is going to get so good in 24 that what they talk about total ownership cycle, 5-year ownership cycle, many electric models, even though they cost more upfront than the closest gas engine equivalent, over 5 years, they're cheaper to own and run, total cost of ownership. What we're going to see in 24 is that the purchase price will be as good or better than the gas engine models, and that the cost of ownership will be just all gravy, much, much, much cheaper to own and operate that electric vehicle than the gas engine. The big advantage that Tesla has right now in the marketplace is the charging network. The charging network that they have around the United States is phenomenal. You can pretty much anywhere in the U.S. get in to take a road trip and be able to have the vehicle automatically plot out where you charge as you travel across the nation's interstate system. Nobody else is there yet.